Nice. How did We Are All Atomic come up? Like, did Jadd reach out to you guys? How did that all happen?
He
That you
did.
were on that first
Yeah,
Postwax?
yeah. He ended up reaching out. I don't remember exactly when or how, but
I think when he was getting the idea for Postwax, he sort of like told us about it.
yeah.
And then when he was actually getting it together, hit us up again and was like, hey, do you want to do
Yeah.
something for this? Like, once he got all the logistics and like what he was actually going to do.
Yeah, it sounded cool just
Yeah.
because I love the idea of like the exclusive vinyl thing and,
Yeah.
and then he was just like, it can be whatever you want. It can be an
Yeah.
EP, it can be
He's
a
like,
full length,
whatever,
it can be
yeah.
a 120-minute song. I was like, sweet.
We were like,
And
cool.
it was like, it just clicked because we had a bunch of old ideas that we hadn't done anything with. Those kind of, I don't know, stuff that just hadn't like come to fruition. And
Or doesn't fit,
it was like
Mhm.
the perfect moment to just take that stuff and not that we're ever like worried about what we're doing musically, but it was just, I don't know, it felt a little freer to have no boundaries on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting, and I mean that whole Postwax thing is so fun because it's really just an expression of Jadd's personality. It's like,
Yeah.
here's some classics, here's some classic stuff that I love.
Yep.
That the world needs to see again, like Lowrider.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
here are some bands that you definitely don't know yet, but you
need to
should
know.
know, like
Yeah.
Sonnery or you guys, and then here's like some mainstay kind of stoner doom bands like Howlin'
Yep.
Giant and Domcraft and
Yeah, he's done a great job, man. And like it seems
That's
like
awesome.
the people who get into Blues Funeral and like know his tastes will follow
Mhm.
whatever he puts out and just like they give it a chance.
yeah.
You know, it's
I
funny
wasn't
because
sure like how it would go, and I was super surprised. Like
Yeah.
everything sold out super quick, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right, cool.
Well, people who go way back in the stoner scene, like I told him when he was on, like if he can search his records, I don't know how many orders I placed at the All That's Heavy store when he was running it, but it's a bunch because that was the only place to get that shit at the
Yeah.
time. Unless you were buying, I mean, it was him on the East Coast, and then it was Man's Ruin on the West Coast,
Right.
Right.
and it was like that was our gateway into all
Yeah.
of this
Right.
music. If you were paying attention in the late '80s or early '90s when it first started,
Right.
Yeah.
getting
Mm-hmm.
recorded.
Well, it is kind of It's I think I'm definitely one of those people where like my tastes completely align with his.
Oh yeah,
I mean, if you didn't know better, you would totally think that Blues Funeral or just Jadd or Murr would sponsor this podcast with the number of
Yeah.
like magnetic eye bands we've had on and like
Yeah.
Jadd himself. We're like, God damn it, no, we just like all of the bands you.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, between